Hey tribe, it's Kia from Heritage 93, and I'm back at it again with a special nail art tutorial that is inspired by a number of things, including the drenched theme of my new book. Now let's get into the supplies. For this tutorial, I'll be using a small plastic cup that's about 3 inches in diameter. Small cups are ideal for this technique, so avoid using large cups and bowls. Next, I want to work with polishes that spread nicely when they hit the water. I'm using 3 different colors from 3 different brands because they work well together. It takes some trial and error to see what works, so just have fun with it. Next, I'll need a very opaque or solid white, which helps the design come through. And for a top coat, I'll be using one of my staple clear coats. Next, I'll need a finely pointed dotting tool. And for help with cleanup and completing this tutorial, I'll use a Q-tip and some masking tape to tape my fingers off. Now with my hands prepped and ready, I'm going to add 2 coats of white to start things off. Now I'm going to grab my small plastic cup and fill it to the top with filtered room temperature water. I let this water sit out for about 2 hours. Now to make things easier, I'm going to loosen the tops off the nail polishes. Here we go. I'm going to start building a good bullseye by lightly tapping each loaded color against the water surface. Since my inner bullseye stopped spreading as much, I'm going to give my cup a nice squeeze to help it out. Now with my pointed dotting tool, I'm going to start at the 3rd outermost ring and drag it inwards, each time poking the center to cleanly release the dotting tool, then wiping the excess off on my taped hand before starting the next inward pull. So this is the area where I'm aiming to plant my nail. At a 45-degree angle, I'm taking the plunge, cleaning the surface of the excess polish and slowly lifting my finger to reveal the newly printed design. Notice how the white is showing through because some of the rings were clear. I'm going to show you guys what happens when you build an opaque or solid bullseye. Here's the excess I wiped off with every inward pull, and here's the solid print. Solid bullseye, solid design. Now let's say you were off to a good start. You had your small plastic cup, your filtered room temperature water, but you messed up, so now you have to start over real quick. Okay, you start over and your polish decides it's not going to spread. The cause? The surface of your water still has a layer of hardened polish on it. Sometimes you have to start off with whatever polish spreads the furthest. Every time I tried to force the bullseye to anchor to the sides of the cup, it was a fail. But when I let the polish naturally attach on its own, things were good. Okay, now we all know that this color is purple, but in the water, it turns into a deep turquoise color. Although it spreads nicely, this color isn't necessarily what I want right now. Always test your polishes beforehand. Now that you know the don'ts to water marbling, let's go back to the do's. Remember to dip your finger at a 45-degree angle to prevent little air bubbles from forming on your design. Now that I'm done marbling, I get to shed the prep layers and add a clear top coat. For this tutorial, I'm going to add pearls to the center of my pinky finger and thumb. And that's how you get a beautiful water marble manicure. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to check out another inspired nail art tutorial, be sure to check out my tribe marble tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I